Did it crash? Damn, I like swapped my stuff for 2 seconds and Nadia's already banned people. Oh, Nightbot did it, and then so Nightbot punted the message and Nadia banned them. Not bad. Okay, so I got that set, but this is all I gotta fix this. Why can I not grab this? Alright. So this is set up, but the problem is now I gotta reset everybody's sound when I jump into. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Oh, forgot I've got to load this website. Yeah, bookmarks. Oh, it disconnected me from Discord. Interesting. I should did it this time too, guys. Oh, that's why it's doing that. I gotta fix this. So this is right here. One. This one. Uh-oh. I fucked up. I don't know what I did. So I think there's one person who's not going to be here tonight. I don't think one of our guys is actually going to be here tonight. Hey, son.
Matt, we're getting a lot of feedback from whatever you're streaming.
Yeah, it's off.
Sorry, just about ready here.
Can you guys hear everything? Can you hear Discord? A couple of them spoke already. I want to make sure you guys can hear them. Wait, can you hear me? Oh, okay.
All right. Corbin, can you confirm your sound is working?
Hello?
Okay, you're good. Craig, you want to do a sound check?
Testing.
Perfect, I can hear you today. John, I know, is already doing his own stuff. Leah, you're muted right now, but do you think you got it fixed?
Why is his image on this?
That'll be negative. Okay.
Negatory.
We'll give her a second here, because we're still a touch ahead anyway.
Alright, we got this figured out. That one's correct, that one's... It's this website that I use to do this is amazing. Okay, guys, it is badass. But the one thing that sucks is that you have to set it up every time you get in Discord with people. I wish it would let you save like You don't care?
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Can you hear
I'm
us?
gonna give her kitten
Yes.
snacks. I know you can't see it, but I'm gonna give her
I
some
was
because
using a
she's been
different
good.
headset, and for some
So
reason
she's
I can't
getting
get
some
it to
snacks.
actually make sound.
Yeah?
Aw.
Okay, there's some snacks. Alright?
It doesn't have a mute on the cord or the
Well,
one of the earbuds or something.
I wish it would save a profile
No, it's
to
got the
like
two switches on the
Discord or something
side
like
that, you know,
so where you can
will
immediately
sometimes
just
make it easier to
automatically
hear the game
acknowledge that
and
this
Discord.
is this
And
person. You know what I mean?
the mic was up, but that shouldn't have stopped me from hearing you guys.
Crazy.
So, I don't know. I'll figure that out later. But
Technology, man.
yeah.
All right,
What's up,
so
Marie? How you
we'll
doing,
get
bud?
Nick today. Leah is still logging into Roll20, I assume, because she had to do the sound stuff. In the interest of saving time, Kamu, can you please do a refresh from last week?
We started traveling to where the Goblin Hideout was. Well, not
Goblin
the Hideout.
What?
There was goblins attacking Giants Order's cities, and we're heading out towards to figure out what the shit's going on. And on our way, we saw in the distance a fire giant leading a small group of ogres and goblins and others excavating
music too
some sort of
loud?
ancient relic. They seemed really happy with themselves. And then likely a boat of giants came down the river to pick that up at night. It was very spooky, although most of us didn't see that, and nobody told the others about it, so I guess we don't know that. And then we also managed to go through the Forest of Crows. That was pretty cool, especially when our party decided to take it upon themselves to really mix it up with our party. But that's okay. We got through it. We're alive.
Sometimes we're had.
Yeah.
All right, and we left off for travel day number 2, saying you had reached camp, but you had not had camp. So you have not rested at this particular moment since that battle. Is there anything anybody specifically wishes to do as you are reaching camp after day of crow fighting?
I would just tend to my gear or my robes a little bit, knowing that it was covered in mud, and then attack my ravens. And it's been we've been through a lot while I would before sitting down to actually sleep.
Are you saying you haven't been tarred and feathered, but you feel like you have?
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna start ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Okay. All right, we'll make the assumption that Lo is doing his standard of preparing meals for everybody while camp is getting set up. Bowers is probably regaling everybody with his awesomeness of raven fighting and how he definitely beat Perrin in the kill count.
Yeah, I'm going.
Still outraged that Shiitake
What should I
burnt the
name
forest
it?
down. That was crazy, eh, guys?
The druid? Is that what you're saying? The druid burned with no fire spells? I just look away from him.
Yes, and of course from our update we recall that Fleur is still pretty 3 sheets and probably does believe that Shiitake did do that.
I was framed so much.
That was the best part of the read.
She's been keeping her distance because she's still kind of grumbly, but somebody managed to calm her down, so...
It's true. That was Perrin, right?
Yeah. Perrin calmed her down. But she's grumbly, but not in keeping her distance.
I'd also start chit-chatting with the I have.
Oh yeah, the creepy crow I posted.
There you go.
That thing's awesome, creepy.
I'm keeping
All
that
right.
permanently.
Are you?
And
are
after
you
a
really?
long rest, everyone has an extra 16 hit points for tomorrow.
Holy crap!
16?
Awesome.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. I need a couple minutes to add some more enemies to the next page.
Oh, great.
Holy jeez.
Look, some of us just need a little extra help sometimes. Falling off the carts.
Either way, I'll set up and I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
I'll stick with Kamu first. We're sticking with the 2.
Okay.
Lo can roll with me. I'll just do the.
Okay.
If needed, I could be waking up for third then.
Okay.
Wait, who else is taking third? Is it Balrus and
Bowers.
Aaron?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Kamu and Fleur, you're up.
I'm gonna
Sure.
imagine. I had time to talk to the horses,
Oh
right?
yeah. Sorry. Yes. Well, it only takes 10 minutes, so yes.
So I'll kind of stumble up and be like, "Are you guys okay?" Just talking to all 3
They'll
of them.
kind of nod at you and do
I'm
the standard horse noises that I'm not going to do.
being an
into the
elf. I
microphone for you.
can I just go into
So
a
I can't
trance,
actually
so it's not like I
understand
sleep either way.
Well, they're nodding at you, and yeah.
And I only need half the time
Okay. Well,
to do the
guys,
trance.
I'm sorry. Me being able to talk to you only works for 10 minutes at a time. So I'm gonna do the best I can to keep it up. But if we're ever in a situation like that again, please just run if I'm trying to guide you forward. Just keep going forward, okay? And she's just gonna ramble for like the 10 minutes.
Okay. Can you give me an animal handling, please?
Yes. I don't have
Wait, are the rolls set up?
using the
Hold
what
on, hold
shits
on,
again.
hold on.
So
You guys see them properly?
+7. I'm gonna do it from roll 20.
Oh yeah, you can.
So
Nightshade is going to come up and nose your jacket like they're looking for something sniffing inside your shirt, like they're looking for treats or something.
I'll pat where they're nosing,
Gotcha.
and then if I have a ration on me, I'll pull out a ration.
They'll sniff
Okay.
it, but won't take it. The horse will not eat things like beef jerky.
Not even the nuts, because there's nuts in the rations too.
Yeah, but how do they eat a partial ration? That's just complicated.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well then,
And you have 500
just-
pounds of horse rations, so.
I'm I'm inebriated, right? So I'm kind of just like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
and so you're not gonna talk to me, and I'll just kind of throw up my hands. Okay.
Nightshade will say apple.
Okay, and then I'll go digging for an apple. If there's any in the feed or on the cart, or if I look for one around, because I'll try and find one.
All right.
Laura's
And that's
character
what I'll do.
seems like something Nadia would play, where she wants to take care of the animals more than the
Then
people.
we have Kamu and Fleur for first watch.
Absolutely, she
I
would
do
do that. She'd be like,
believe
look, we gotta care
Fleur
for these
is
horses. We're going
Disadvantage
into battle.
for perception
That's my
because
point.
of the inebriation.
That would be Nadia.
Pretty sure you're right. Sure.
Is that the name of the bird, Pascal? Is that what you said?
You don't happen to know what your plus is, do you?
+4, so I'm at 11.
It's pretty quiet. You guys will hear some crickets and whatnot.
I'd say that's for a name, and I'm gonna
It's still
use
a
it.
little bit drizzly, but it's not pouring or anything as you guys are still under cover of trees. But there's definite moisture in the air. But you guys have a pretty quiet watch. Is there anything else you guys are doing?
Not for me, no.
I'll probably spend the rest of the time making sure the horses are like well enough tended to. Once I'm
Okay.
sure it's okay, and then that's it.
Okay. Sorry, writing a quick note. All right, who are you guys waking up?
Shiitake.
It's never fun when you guys pay attention. All right.
That's why I double checked at the end of mine.
You wake up Shiitake.
Lou would be woke up. I would just assume.
Yeah, I'm
All
just
right.
gonna stumble over Lou, like as I walk over to kind of like nudge him awake.
All right, he'll just kind of
Time to
grumble.
wake up. Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell him, hey, you pay attention to this direction, and I'm gonna look. But I'm really gonna be looking all.
Okay. So just go ahead and roll your perception at advantage since you're rolling for both of you. We'll do it with assistance. Okay. You're going to notice that it's also pretty quiet. you're going to hear the same bugs and whatnot, but you will, on 2 separate occasions, notice a single raven in a tree like it's watching you.
It just sits there. Does it? And it flies away. I'm assuming. I've seen.
After a while, yep. And then you won't actually spot it returning, but then you'll spot it again, not in the same tree, but just a single bird again.
Okay. Not gonna. Oh look. Last time I did that, he wanted to wake up.
Kamu.
So I was just like, I'll leave it alone.
Okay. Is there anything
and-
else you're doing during your watch?
Yeah, I would, as I'm sitting there looking around, I would also kind of glance at the book, journal a little bit, and
Okay.
just try to read notes, try to pin little factors of things.
Okay. Can you just do me a quick int check? I'm aware it's not your specialty.
God damn!
Look at you go. All right. As you're flipping through there, you are going to find an interesting recipe
Oh shit, we get a
that
recipe!
is for...
Dropped a nat 20 on it, guys.
Nothic wine with a G. G-N-O-T-H-I-C wine.
Awesome.
And it's brewed from moss and lichen. And it has properties of being black and foul-smelling liquid, but highly addictive poison.
Sweet. Awesome.
So when you're doing your potions now, when you nat 20, you now have the ability to make that on a nat 20.
Oh, cool. And then I would, after reading that, eventually as time passed, I would wake up Auris and say, hey, it's your turn. Let him. He wants to wake. Oh, I'm sorry. I let my mic go up here. Hey, Balrus. It's time for you to wake up.
Alright. Anything I should be watching for? Or is it a quiet night tonight?
It was pretty quiet. There was a couple of little things here and there. There was a couple ravens in the trees, but nothing came of them. They kind of came and went. So something to keep an eye out. Other than that, not bad.
Sounds good, thank you. Have a good morning. And then I'll wake up Perrin to help keep an eye out.
Okay. Is there anything you two are doing or anything, or
Guys, we just learned a new
general watch?
Yeah, I'll tell him about the bird and
poison.
just kind of keep watching one direction. Assume he'll keep watching the other kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I will keep watch of the other direction. And I'm gonna pull out a bottle and kind of just ponder it. Valorous will recognize it as the Ifriti bottle.
As the what bottle, sorry?
Ifriti bottle.
See, this is shit I don't know because I didn't join.
The
Like-
Ifriti bottle you got in your island adventure on your first boat trip. Is that correct, Corbin?
Yes.
Like, this
When
stuff happened
Fleur
before I
made
left.
the island extra foresty.
Just pondering it.
Before I joined.
Okay, not doing anything specific with it, just pondering it.
For now, yeah.
I realize there's an error in your thing. I hope you picked out what it was. Corbin.
There is?
Yeah, on a D12 it says you only have one, but you actually have two options.
I just went with the one anyways. And I
Okay.
would have gone with the one.
Okay. Just making sure, because I recognize, having seen what
Yeah.
just happened, that there's an error on yours. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. I've since fixed it, though. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your perceptions, then.
So my character has slowly been mastering like making potions and poison, so over the time. That was actually the first poison that I learned.
We have, sorry.
I failed like several
Really slow.
rolls early.
All right. As you are coming up to dawn in the last hour, the sky is still pretty dark with just the beginning tinges of pink on the horizon. You're going to spot, walking through the forest, a band of 6 wood elves.
Both of us spot it, or?
Yep.
How far is that from us right now?
Over 60 feet, but under 100.
Does it look like they see us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they glanced in your direction, seemed not terribly concerned, and continuing on their way, headed in the more or less the same direction you are.
Do you think we should say or do anything?
I mean, if they're kind of just ignoring us, I don't really think there's anything anyone would do about them.
I'm just saying, because aren't we going to go see some wood elves? And those are some wood elves. They might not be the ones we're looking for, but they probably can help us get there.
I mean, if you want to go talk to them, we can. I don't know if we want to wake someone else up and risk them not getting their full rest. Because, unless I'm mistaken, everyone was up for a watch already. Which means if we wake them up, they're not going to get...
We can let them sleep. Like, if they don't look hostile.
Yeah.
Worst case
no!
scenario, I could throw my hammer and make that thundering noise, and it'd wake them up anyway.
You're right. So yeah, it's up to
We're
whatever you want to
sleeping
do.
And they want
I
to
will
walk
follow your
away.
lead.
Alright, I'll kind of wave at the wood elves and kind of walk slowly in their direction, see what they do.
All right, they'll hold up. The one in the lead will put up his hand, motioning to the others, and they'll stop, and the lead elf will start walking in your direction and say, "Good morrow to you, dwarf. How may we assist you today in the Ardeep forest?"
I was just seeing what you guys were doing, traveling so early in the morning already. Everything okay?
He's going to look at the others with him and say, "Well, we're protectors of the forest. There's been a lot of activity for," and he seems to ponder for a bit, "several months at least. I was part of a group that, a little over 2 months ago, chased off an entire party of goblins that had tried to set up residence within our forest. Although currently I'm hunting orc.
Anything that we should be alarmed about or that you might need hands with?
So far, we've been able to keep the forest under control. But there has been a lot of wandering going around. Our goal is to keep them going around the forest and not through it. They're not the best housekeepers, as it were. They tend to lay waste to the trees. Just yesterday, we spent quite a lot of time putting out a fire that they inevitably started.
Yeah, I think we saw that fire on our way through. We were coming through the forest, and we were wondering what that was all about.
Can you please roll me a deception?
He just lied to them. Oh, I hope this roll's good. Oh my god!
He looks at you kind of cryptically. Are you sure that you don't know more than that? You seem to be holding back.
Well, there was like an awful lot of crows that we saw, but I don't recall, like other than seeing the crows or anything like that, we didn't do anything out of the ordinary going through.
Ah, the ravens. Yes. Every once in a while they go and they circle to the east. But lately they've been keeping to this forest.
Who do the ravens belong to? Are they just free, or are they messing around here?
They came in as a great murder horde. I'm not sure where they come from to know if they belong to a certain entity or organization. It is most peculiar that they would travel in such a large murder, however. Corbin, what's your passive insight?
Passive insight? 11.
Okay. You get the sense that they're not particularly fond of Bowers.
Oh my god, and we're all still sleeping. Oh my god.
I don't know how you say something like that, and I'm supposed to just ignore it and pretend like that wasn't even said.
Well, I mean...
your deception rolled a 3, my friend. And you're a dwarf, talking to elves.
Yeah, I'll kind of walk a little closer, join Bowers, and say, well, we're sorry for interrupting you guys. Our party will be more than happy to keep our eye out for anything.
Indeed. Where are you headed, Paraneth?
What? Wait, what?
What did you just say? Sorry, what was that?
The slur that your name henceforth comes from, he called you the full version.
I'm gonna look over to Bowers and double check that he didn't tell them anything or say anything.
The elf knew his name.
I didn't even know what your full name was. I thought it was Parent.
Okay. Yeah. After that, Aaron will be a little less friendly looking, but
They're not glaring at you or anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's just
They're just snobby
like
elves.
I'm not mad. I'm just not friendly looking anymore. Not trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And
if you
Perrin
don't
will-
recall what it means not.
I know what it
elf.
means,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Perrin's gonna look at Bylorus and kind of signal we should go back and start walking away.
I'm gonna give him like a "we got this" head nod.
Safe travels to you. And then they'll
Okay.
take off into the trees.
Well, that went swimmingly.
Yeah, not all elves can be trusted.
Look, elves are really racist if you didn't know.
I don't
But
know
then
how.
so are dwarves.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. We should just head back to camp, continue our watch until everyone else wakes up. Hopefully we won't encounter that group again.
Sounds good. I'll keep my eye out just in case.
All right. Your watch will end without any further incident. Are you waking people? Are you having a party? What are you guys thinking?
I mean, people should start naturally waking, no? So, unless people are kind of just in a sleeping beauty-like state, Aaron's kind of just gonna wait for everyone.
Okay.
I'll kick low, only because he's not here to defend himself.
All right, can you give me an unarmed strike?
Not like that. Like just like a kick to wake him
Well,
up.
no, words matter.
Damn, this guy's starting out with 1 HP down.
Yes, that is what an unarmed strike is, but I need you to hit the button to see if you actually connect.
I am hitting the button. I don't know why it's not working right.
That's weird. You're hitting
You
the
can
+8 part?
Yeah.
You can just roll your
Weird.
+8 with a d20. So just roll a normal d20. Yeah.
There you go. No, I did it that time. All right. You do. Oh no! Let me just. I'll just pull up his crap. I'm like you're flirting the line there. I'm sorry, but you do not have that on while you're sleeping. All right, you manage to just barely scuff into him and kick some dirt up into his finely formed hair that he wakes up and shakes, and it just looks perfect, and he like, what the hell, looks at you.
I'll just say morning.
All right, he'll shake it off and get up. Anybody else kicking anyone?
I'll groggily get up and then like rub my eyes and walk over to the horses again and be like, guys, I figured out what you wanted. And then cut my hands together and use my charge and make some good berries.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of I'll give each one of them one.
Yep. Okay.
And then pocket
just
the rest.
FYI, you are no longer drunk.
Yeah. I figured that was what was going to go on. But yeah. Also, I'm pocketing the rest because I said I got a handful of them.
Yeah, you get 10 and there's 5 horses, so you still have 5.
Yeah, there you go. I'll remember that.
There's a possibility that I'm talking shit.
And then I'll start
while
ritual
playing
casting.
this.
Speak with animals, just
Okay. Anybody else doing anything as you guys are wrapping up camp?
I'm just filling in Palmu and talking about the elves that we saw. But not to worry, we evaded them, and I convinced them that we weren't the ones that started the fire. But I'm pretty sure they're upset about it.
You convinced them?
They look
Aaron
pretty
will-
sure that it wasn't me.
Aaron will look at you and slightly shake their head as Balorus recites this tale.
Okay, so did they say where they were headed?
They just patrol the forest. They're looking for some orc.
They're protectors of the nearby forest on patrol.
Forest that we lit on fire.
But we don't need to point fingers, right?
the forest that I didn't light on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
They didn't seem immediately aggressive, so we let it be.
Okay.
Though it would probably be wise to keep our eyes out for them still, because they were not the friendly types.
They were lovely for elves.
Look, I can have bias.
You sure can.
Are those crows at all in the trees?
I'm gonna take a little look around if he's mentioned that, because I didn't see the one on my watch.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception.
I usually perceive nothing. Yeah, I perceive nothing.
You perceive
you-
nothing.
I'm absolutely
are-
looking for these for the birds that I saw last night.
Well, anybody's looking around. You can go ahead and roll if you're looking. All
They're
right.
either there or they're not at this point.
Exactly. Shiitake, you see nothing.
All right,
You do
guys.
not see any evidence of the bird.
There's no ravens.
Just the weird
Just
crickneck
mine.
one that's with you.
I'm not
Hey,
surprised.
leave Pascal alone.
I mean, for whatever reason, the ravens seemed confined to the forest.
Oh, they were here last night.
Yeah, but you're in the forest, Corbin.
Are we still in the forest? I thought we were just out.
You are traveling in the forest, and your final destination is inside the forest.
Oh, okay. Never
You
mind.
are in the forest.
I was going to say they are definitely here last night.
Otherwise, you would not have encountered those elves if you were outside the forest.
I thought they were just on the border, but it doesn't matter.
No, they were pushing the hostile creatures, trying to get them to go around the forest instead of through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Whenever
more
I'm
sense.
done casting, did Shiitake say what they were doing? What the birds were doing? Because I was listening while I was casting.
They were just sitting there staring at us. They seriously
told you
weren't
they
doing
were-
anything. And
I
honestly,
told you they were creepy.
I didn't even notice they left. And then I looked up and they were gone. And then all of a sudden they were back. They're very stealth-like, just so you know.
I bet you they're messengers. They're talking to somebody.
Not much we can do about it at this moment. I suggest we keep going to our destination.
Are you really sure that those elves were not good? I'm gonna look at Perrin too.
Roll me an insight.
Yo,
I figured out
this
the button.
ice cream, damn good right
I
now.
think I did. Work. Dang it.
It's like mint chocolate chip with brown instead.
It's rolling. I
No
thought
worries.
maybe I'd gotten it to push through.
Well, I see insight plus 4 question. It's just waited taking a second. I have Lowe's character sheet up just in case. So I can check the log from there.
Awesome. It's these darn fuzzy pink dice.
I know, right? You already established last time that they were cursed. I guess I can put
Yep.
the shield back on. Lowe is putting his gear back on and putting his shield on his arm.
Man, it was almost really good.
Oh, you know
Still
what?
don't see it.
I think, hold on. How
It's
many
still
do I
rolling.
have?
For some reason, it has to like inch its way over. But I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna land on. It looks like it's gonna be an 8. So
8
it'd be
total?
a 12.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, no, it'd be a 12.
Yeah, 8 plus 4. You are able to tell that they did or said or something happened that offended Perrin in particular. Bylris seems kind of indifferent and really believes that he smooth talked his way out of it.
So still looking at Perrin, I'm like, well, what did they do to you?
Well, it's not specifically that they did anything to me. They just were not kind individuals, and they didn't seem to have a liking towards us.
Fair enough. Well, I think we should still keep an eye out for those birds. If Shisaki saw them watching us, and considering we got... Well, they tried to attack us yesterday. We should keep an eye out for them. And she'll just go back to the horses.
We pack it up and roll it out.
Yep, Aaron would be ready to go.
I'll get my stuff ready to go and get going.
I'll hoist myself up onto the cart and take the reins.
Okay. Can I please get an animal handling from Fleur?
Yes, and I'm going back to rolling in roll 20 because we're not playing the game.
What, you don't want to do this for 20 minutes?
No. Okay, 18.
All right. They seem to be excited to get on the way. And there's a brief little prance in there as they set into their motion and then settle into their regular plodding.
You guys are doing great. Just wanted to let you know.
Is anybody doing anything as you're riding along?
I'm just keeping a lookout.
Sorry, you're doing what, Shiitake?
Just keeping a look.
Okay. Anyone else?
Perrin will be in deep thought, doing the exact opposite of keeping a lookout.
All right. Lo will assist you. Go ahead and roll your perception at advantage, Shiitake. You are still under tree cover, so you are not at disadvantage. Okay. You're going to find that it is still pretty quiet, although you can still hear a light drizzle above the canopy that's not making its way through to you, suggesting that it's not pouring right now, but it is still coming down somewhat. The other thing is you're going to notice is it's not going to be a ton, but you will hear 2 caws of ravens, as well as another bird. You can go ahead and roll me an animal handling if you'd like to try and identify it.
Wait, what do we got to loot? Pull it.
You identify the sound as that of a vulture.
I would. Guys, listen. Saw ravens last night. I hear them, but I also hear a vulture now.
It'll put me on alert a bit.
How far away is it? Like, is it a distance or does it sound like it's kind of close to us?
It's not as close as when all of a sudden you were surrounded by them or anything. You hear them kind of in the distance. They're not creepy staring at you. You don't spot any, even though you rolled very well. But you can tell that there's still something, and all of the bird sounds came in the same direction, which is due northeast of you.
Should we investigate?
It is the direction you're headed.
Those kinds of birds normally mean that there's some sort of carrion or some... I'm saying that right.
Agreed.
Something dead over there, yeah.
Or likely to be dead soon.
Yeah, exactly. So when we get closer, probably should.
I would definitely acknowledge to the group that we're heading towards where I'm hearing the sounds.
as far as the question of how far you still have left to go, whoever's doing your actual guidance, I can't remember who it was, if it was Lo or someone else, but you
It
can roll a
was Lo.
survival.
I'm pretty sure it was one.
Okay. I will go hit the button for him.
At advantage.
I'll touch him. Yeah, I'm also gonna tap him on the shoulder for guidance. Wait, I can't with the reins, can I?
You cannot, nope.
Dang, never mind.
All right. He's going to suggest that you'll probably hit it day or sometime before mid-meal today.
And it's still, we just left, right?
Yes.
I was going to say it's still kind of early.
So we hold our pace for now and then maybe slow down when we get a little closer. I kind of tighten my hands on the reins.
So
Just in case something's there.
Aaron is like literally just looking down in thought.
Pretty much.
And noticing this, I'd be like, all right.
Perrin will look up momentarily, make eye contact with you, pause for a second. Yes, I believe so. Is something the matter?
No, it's the expression you had on your face. You just seemed like something was either bothering you or thinking hard about something.
There's always something to think about.
Very true.
This is how we make friends. Good job.
I was just checking on you. We've been out here a while now.
Appreciated. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
All right. Anybody else doing anything, or are we traveling forward?
They're still guiding the cart forward at a steady pace.
Okay.
I'm helping them keep an eye out now because they've warned me that we're approaching something.
Okay.
Enemy as well.
All right. That's 4 of you looking, so you can either have 2 of you rolling your perception at advantage, or you can each roll / one of you roll at advantage and the other 2 just roll straight, since I'm not rolling for low.
I'll just support somebody.
Okay. Walrus and Shiitake, roll at advantage, please.
Wait, what?
Perception. A few hours have passed. You're anticipate you're getting. How did? That is so weird how it does that. Okay, well, it's okay. It did the right thing. So. All right. As you get closer, you start to notice a few more birds, and in fact, you've spotted a few perched in the trees. They glance in your direction, but they're now looking northeast. You can both hear the sound of the other bird, which, of course, Shiitake already identified as being a vulture. In addition, we're going to say this one more thing. After following the trail for the last 10 miles, you start to hear the ringing of a bell in the distance. The sound grows louder as a town comes into view. A river flows around the settlement, forming a moat. The village itself is contained within a wooden palisade, beyond which you see a windmill, a tall steeple, and the high-pitched rooftops of several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no other activity in the village. Trail ends before a lowered drawbridge that spans the moat. Beyond the drawbridge, 2 stone watchtowers flank an open gap in the palisade. South of the village and surrounded by the river moat is a cone-shaped, flat-topped hill on which stands a stone keep enclosed by a wooden wall. The keep, which overlooks the village, has partially collapsed. A wooden bridge that once connected the keep to the village has also partially collapsed. I'm going to move you guys maps while you discuss that or ask questions. The side view I just described, you can see at the very bottom of the next map. You guys are on the bottom left, just above the thing labeled side view. These are 10-foot squares, so you're a bit tiny.
So we can hear the bell ringing in the village.
Yes.
Is it like a standard village bell, like a lunch summons, or like, you know, like a warning bell system type thing? Or
Bong.
It's about to get crazy.
Bong.
Alright, well, we can
Bong.
just make haste.
It seems
So
to be
bridge-
pretty steady and not changing.
The drawbridge has been lowered, so
I guess we're going?
I would say haste. I'll urge the horses a little faster.
Okay, we're picking up pace. Can you roll me an animal handling, please?
Mm-hmm. Still trying to find us on the thing. 27.
All right. Excited, the horses pick up their pace.
Those are all nice. A 20.
I've moved the group up. You are now walking alongside, alongside the moat.
Okay, so we're up.
The drawbridge is getting closer and closer within vision. Or is anybody doing or saying or looking for anything specific?
I'll maybe keep an eye open for those elves that I saw the night before.
Okay,
I'd
go.
be listening for activity within the town as we approach as well.
Okay,
about
go
to
ahead and
say-
do. Go ahead.
Is there any, like, this is a fence all the way around this thing? Like, there's a.
Yeah.
So, okay. Is there any, like, of the ravens or vultures or anything on top of the fence post at all?
Okay, perception from each of you.
You don't care? You don't care about that?
Bowers, you do not spot any
She says,
evidence
"Call
of the
911 and get
elves,
Nadia on the
although
phone. I
you
need
do
kids now."
see what looks like a
She's the only one
large
who seems to care.
wolf-shaped footprint in several places that has been circling close to the water's edge. Shiitake, you are going to notice that there are birds that are circling in the air above the town itself. There are a few perched along the edges, as you pointed out. They're all facing in. Perrin, what was your question again?
I'm listening for like activity inside the town, like how you would hear
Yeah.
a crowd in the distance kind of thing.
Okay. You hear, other than the bell and the flapping of wings, eerie silence.
I would point out to everybody that ravens and things like they're there, but they're not facing us and not paying any attention. Whatever's inside is more important.
And I will also point out that I hear no activity inside the town aside from the obvious bell.
Is
Oh,
the
it sounds.
go ahead?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, it sounds like we're gonna have to be on our guard then, right?
Is the bell coming from here, like this area, or the smaller one down here?
The big area to the north.
Okay.
Okay. I've moved you up a few more squares.
And you said the drawbridge is already done.
Yes.
So guys, do we
Yeah.
want to just kind of roll up in here, or do we want to like scout first before we go in there? I'm not hearing any activity other than creatures.
I think we need to scout.
I mean, I don't know that I can see through walls, so until we get to the drawbridge.
Yeah, the only option I have is I could potentially enable one of us to fly high enough to see over. But even then, I could be wasting a valuable resource for whatever's to come.
I mean, we may be like freaking out, and there may be nothing in there, and it could like. And as I say that, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I'm okay with either way." And Tom was right. We can't see over the fence, so it's hard to tell until we get to the draw.
I'm just saying we shouldn't just like haul ass inside of there, because how often do you come up to a town that's just dead quiet aside from the bell?
I'm going to point out the big paw prints I saw and say that it might not be safe out here either, and being in there behind the walls might be better off.
Is anyone able to identify the big paw prints?
I could take a look.
Are we stopping the cart?
Yeah.
Okay, whereabouts are we stopping it?
If there's a paw print close to where we're at.
Okay, so we'll stop here then. Okay. Anybody who's having a look, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Give myself guidance since I'm not driving.
Hey, is it sorcerer or is it wizard that could use their familiar to see stuff? No, you've had some. You're not getting any more.
You are
need to
going
chill.
to see 4 sets of unusually large wolf tracks, as well as several smaller humanoid tracks heading north towards that drawbridge. Are you following up towards the drawbridge?
Once I've looked at the tracks, I'll go back to the cart and say, well, they're definitely some sort of a wolf and human-like creature headed that way, and I'll point in the direction that they're going.
So the people of this village might be under attack. We might want to hurry up to help them, no?
Potentially.
I mean, potentially, but don't you think if they were under attack, we'd hear screaming and fighting?
I think the attack already happened.
But then why would the bell still be going off?
As a warning sign?
So there
Leah,
could
can
be
you give me a
someone-
religion check?
Six.
Nothing. Never mind.
I don't particularly understand why we're functioning on trepidation here.
Because your DM's scary.
I just want to get us close enough to not have to, like, risk our entire cart and the horses if we go in and just start fighting. That's my only problem. Even though they could get hurt out here,
Well, then take
there's
us to the
obviously
bridge.
something in there
Take
with
us
the
to the bridge
birds.
and let us off. I'll explore the town.
Okay, so I'll
Lo
get
will
back up and,
voluntarily offer to stay behind with the horses since your DM's not going to play low.
What?
thanks, Lo. And then I'll get back up, grab the reins, and start moving the horses to the drawbridge.
I'm going to put the horses over here by the tree. And then you can all decide. Alright, what you can see from here. That drawbridge is indeed lowered. It's at least 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. It seems to be made of sturdy oak planks. Iron chains bolted to the drawbridge connect to a winch mechanism in the nearby watchtowers, which you can see that's these dotted lines right here for anybody keeping score. Can I please re-get a survival check from anybody who's looking around, since you all seem to be on high alert?
Nothing to do with Fae Fiends and Undead, right?
Going
Correct.
to guide myself again, because
Floor and Kamu. Yep, Floor and Kamu, and Shiitake, you're going to notice that there are a lot of humanoid tracks heading from the drawbridge to the north. Like, a lot.
pointing at him.
Like several dozen humanoids traveling from the drawbridge around here.
So we're basically standing on where all those tracks are.
Yep. Going right past you, headed north. The ones spotted before, which are smaller humanoid feet, as well as the oversized wolf, are all headed towards the drawbridge.
So the ones that look similar to as we were coming up
Yep, they're going
are
in.
going in.
Yep. And there's another set that looks like... It looks like a lot of traffic headed out and north.
And there aren't any of the wolf and humanoid ones that are similar going in that are like walking with the group.
Nope.
They're all just specifically going in.
Yep.
Well, it looks likely the villagers were forced to flee then. The timing between the arrival and their fleeing, however, I don't think we can discern just from these tracks.
Mhm.
Unless we had a ranger access, with which we don't.
Dong.
I'm gonna hop off the cart. I'm gonna draw my two swords, and I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna investigate the town. And assuming I see nobody in the watchtowers, I'll just proceed across the bridge.
Well, before you go, I'd be like, hold on. Who else is going?
I would volunteer to go.
I would also say that I'm going.
Well, if Lowe's
I will go.
staying. Sorry.
So are we all going except for Lo staying with the card and the horses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Everybody has plus 10 to their stealth checks.
Okay. As you're approaching, now that you're on foot and you're sizing them up, you will notice that those towers that you see on the other side, those lovely little squares, are about 20 feet tall, with a roof enclosed by crenellated battlements, each one. You will see the odd slits looking out, although you see no movement.
Alright, well, like I said, I have my weapons kind of at my side. They're drawn, but not, raised. And I'm gonna start walking.
I would follow Kong. Wherever he heads, I'm gonna follow right behind him.
I'm gonna stay towards the back, but following.
Okay.
How's the weather?
It is overcast and seems to be a little threatening, but is not currently raining.
Okay.
The ground, however, is a bit wet, making it a lot easier to see those footprints right now.
Okay. Thank you. I would follow behind, not immediately with them, but not far behind either.
As long as you stay within.
Yep, I would.
All right. As you're approaching and peeking around through those towers there, you are going to spot a few things. You see these lovely little strange map pimples that this thing has?
Catapult stuff.
Exactly. They're giant boulders that are embedded in the ground. You also can make out from there this, which appears to be a giant hole. Corbin, can you please give me a history check?
Guidance.
17.
Plus your history or your d4, but yes, you are going to recall that something of importance was there. Also a stone, you're thinking black maybe, that's missing in the center of the town where that should be, where that hole is. Something's
I
missing.
will let the group know that this town usually has something where that is, and it's missing, though I can't remember, as it has been too long since I have been here or heard of it.
Yeah, and then can I get a perception, please, from I don't care anyone, except for Lo.
I perceive nothing.
You're really good at perceiving nothing.
Giving myself guidance.
Shitaki's weirded out. Love it.
I was gonna say, I just dropped a nat 1. Holy shit.
I know, right?
I think it was +4.
Floors, you're coming
Yeah,
up behind
I
the
don't
group.
perceive anything.
You're going to see a bit of movement behind the various stones. And you kind of sniff a little bit. Something doesn't smell quite right. And as you think that, you spot as two heads move and look up, not in your direction. Their muzzles covered in red. Their heads go back down. You see a tail flick on the ground. Ahead of you, unable to determine just how many, you spot wargs feeding on the remains of what looks like a dog.
Guys, I'm gonna whisper, look over there. I'm just gonna assume that that's the feet, but I probably shouldn't. But there's something over there eating one of the.
You guys have seen
Creatures from
wargs before. You've encountered them in this campaign.
Okay.
Well, where wargs are, there's others to follow.
If I remember correctly, they're very easy to kill.
Yeah, you should totally go around the group and run inside another building and barricade yourself in. Nothing could possibly go bad when Kamu defeats all these wargs.
Not gonna be stealthy.
That's what happened last time you guys faced wargs, FYI.
Wait, the last
That's
time
not
you
how I
ran and
remember
hid
it.
inside a building and Kamu killed everything?
No,
Not
Kamu
one
killed
part.
everything. Lo got pissed off that he couldn't get close enough before Kamu killed everything, so he ran into what looked like a giant steeple or stable and ended up getting ambushed by several things and very nearly lost his life for the first time.
Damn.
Because he was so excited to join the battle.
What are you doing? Should we try to sneak in and get a better view?
Well, there's one. There's probably more, right?
Yeah,
You said that already.
There's likely, there's likely others here controlling these, and based on the signs of battle and what Perrin seems to have indicated from the village, there was a clear purpose for them taking this village. Whether or not the purpose was entirely their sacred stone or something else. I mean, this is the second artifact in just this 3 days travel that we've seen goblins and the like moving after. I mean, goblins don't just do this, right? They don't just coordinate assaults like this, especially with these types of weapons. So, whoever's guiding them, for what purpose, I think we need to find out.
Sneakily.
But
I'm voting sneakily.
I do agree that we should be, cautious as we approach. Not that I'm particularly afraid of what we see in front of us. And I'm going to suggest that I'll sneak over and just peer inside the windows of this house, because I just don't want to move into center of town and be surrounded.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your stealth with your, I believe it was plus 10?
It's plus 10, but do you want us to stay here? Because if that's the case, then
I didn't. I mean, you can.
They're
come
10-foot squares, so.
Oh, well, okay. The way you made it sound is that you were going to sneak over there and look in the window.
No, I was going to go up to the window, but if you guys come.
Oh, yeah, I would follow it. Okay. So
Okay.
then you get the plus.
Okay,
Like,
so everybody can
pretty
roll
cool.
me a stealth then, and you all get a plus 10. You don't need to add the plus 10, I can add it.
Fucking ninja.
Mine is 16.
Okay. And Perrin?
I nat 1.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I beat somebody, yay!
Was that shirt I showed you, Dia? The fucking Nat 1 turns to a story?
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. So what was your plus floor?
It was 2, so I made a.
You
It
rolled
was
a nat
Plus
1
2?
on a stealth
6.
check.
Oh, so
14,
16.
I think that's
16.
gonna go
Yeah.
very well.
That's just it. Nobody got below a 13, right? So as a group check, you guys are actually doing pretty good.
I got a 5. What do you? Oh,
Plus
plus
10.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely plus 10. Sorry.
Yeah. Right? That pass without a trace kicks some serious butt.
So we're all over.
Okay,
here.
so we're
No.
going here. Is this where you pinged?
Yeah,
Okay.
just close enough that at least one of us can get to a window or two, and make sure that there's nothing in here before we approach these guys here, so we can't be flanked or surrounded.
Are you gonna go to
All
the
right.
all-out
As you're
office?
peeking in through the window, hang on. I need a couple of things. It's a perception since you're not going in to investigate, but I also need a religion check for anybody looking through the window. So I need both.
Aaron's
I am
walking with us,
keeping a
even though he's
lookout.
not moving at the speed,
I'm
right?
not looking.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna mutter a guidance to myself.
Damn, combo dropping the
I need-
18 out.
Holy
I'm
crap.
lagging really bad, so it's
It's okay. What's your perception, Matt?
Oh, I don't perceive things usually, so I didn't even bother. Hang on.
You should probably try because I don't know how I have you do a religion check on the shit you saw if you didn't try to see. Okay, you actually did 5. Okay.
God dang it. Just does not like Ken. Not like religion for me, so.
That's okay. Kamu's all over this for some reason. All right. Kamu, you're looking through the windows of what is a wooden temple that you correctly identify as being dedicated to Lathander, which you identify as god of the dawn, and Maleki, goddess of forests. You spot a slender steeple containing a large bronze bell above the building, and stained glass windows depicting images of birth, the dawning sun, trees, and unicorns. The front door itself, which is on this side once you come around, because your perception is fine, you actually can hear it moving slightly on the breeze, suggesting it is open. You notice that the floor inside the temple is composed of dirt. And there is a pulpit inside with steps leading up at the end you're at. So the bell tower is this little block right here.
Yeah,
And the window inside is behind the pulpit, which is right here. Stairs leading up to that.
I'm assuming it's this bell that's ringing.
Yes.
But I don't sense anything in the building. Other than like anything stirring. Because
You don't see.
Because if I can hear the door flapping on the breeze,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it's quiet enough that I don't hear anything stirring in the building.
Correct. And you don't spot any movement inside.
Welcome back, Cheesy.
But
You're
you
about
do
to see
hear
some
that
crazy
dog,
shit, dude,
and
to
then
be
your
honest with
religion
you.
was a 19. All right, you also
just went to this
recall
town.
you can't remember
Everything is
where
dead
you
pretty
heard it
much.
from
Or there's no
or
people.
read it from, since you're an avid reader. You are aware that there have been times when the god Lathander has alerted his devotees in the past by doing things such as ringing a bell in warning, and it will continue until the threat is past.
Okay, I will explain to the group that the temple is to the god of the dawn and the forest.
She comes back now. I'll give him to her.
And that it is likely
She's not here.
a bit of divine providence that the bell is ringing, as that particular deity is known to attempt to warn his followers. But I don't
Oh, she's back.
sense anything else
Are you back?
amiss within the building, and I'm not sure.
Huh?
I don't believe there's a danger here, so we should be able to
You want
approach
to
the
use
wards.
axe? She says, Nadia's got my back.
So you're not going inside?
Here.
This moment,
That's what I'm asking.
unless someone from the group suggests I do, I mean, I could.
No, you're fine.
I wouldn't suggest it. And just at the same time, like, I overheard him say this stuff, but I haven't been fully paying attention because I've been just observing around us to make sure we're not going to be attacked.
What you see is what you see right now. I'm going by your previous perceptions still. Anybody and anything that would have been spotted by anybody has been made or pushed through to the map layer. So if you can see it, you can see it.
So what do we do?
Be a good idea just to quickly end those orcs and then go from building to building.
Wards. I don't disagree that we should probably dispatch these creatures. However, I would believe their masters around here somewhere. It's a question of where.
Do we want to check the church and all these other buildings then before we continue? Do building by building?
I can hop in through the window here and attempt to clear this building if
They don't have riders, but that's what a warg looks like for those.
we think it's
Sure.
if we think it's necessary.
Oh, I thought we were looking at orcs. My bad.
No, warg. That's why I pushed the picture through.
So, okay, if the plan is to go from building to building and observe,
Then it should be here, here, here. You know what I mean? But
And then once we pass that one, we'll have no choice but to go through them at that point if we don't find anything. But at least then, like you said before, we won't have anything behind us.
and based on everything you looked inside this house right here, you've seen everything that you can see. There's nothing in there. There's no movement.
I didn't sense anything other than the bell and the
So
door.
because so it's important to point out here, this building here. Am I on the right layer? I am. Okay. This layer here corresponds. Here's the inside. Okay. So what Kamu sees, looking in through this window right here, right, is he can see the pulpit and the stairs behind it. You can't see this space back here. Okay. He's saying that he sees nothing in this space. Just so that we're all talking the same thing, okay?
Can I fit in through the window?
Are you breaking the stained glass that I described?
Oh, it's not like the window we can open.
Let me go back and I will. Stained glass windows depicting images of birth, the dawning sun, trees, and unicorns.
I don't think stained glass windows are usually operable.
Not normally, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to break the window because that would obviously not be stealthy at all.
So should we go this way then, like where I'm pinging back this way, and like up and over this fence?
Sure.
Like, I said, like, I guess yeah. We head this way, you know, keeping our keeping the sounds and everything to a minimum, of course. Like trying to get around.
Yeah,
How tall is this fence?
It is short enough that you don't have to make any sort of check to jump over it. It is more for delineation than anything. The fence that keeps people out is this one here.
Assuming
The
that's
other
a
one is more like
graveyard,
a garden fence.
Okay, well then I'd go over the top of it.
All
yeah?
right.
Assuming this is a graveyard, yeah.
It sure is. So what you're going to find is that there are narrow footpaths meander amongst the graves, which are marked with granite headstones. A couple of these markers have been destroyed as, again, those large boulders have fallen on them. In this corner here, this white square, that is an above-ground crypt with the name Nandar engraved on it. Everyone who is more than 100 years old, can you please roll me a history check? Shiitake, you identify the name Nandar as being a noble family originally descended from Neverwinter. They came here and are the ruling family of this settlement.
I would, of course, at a low voice, let everybody know that. Does it look like any of these like graves have been disturbed, like dug up or anything?
Are you staying where you're at right now as you ask that question? I'm looking for distance because it's 10 foot, so I know what range to give you.
Here, let me just go right here, and then
All right. Other than the fact that there is some disturbed area over here with the fall and disturbed area over here with the fall, the only other disturbed area is it looks like someone or something took something the equivalent of a crowbar to that crypt. And as you get
so the one with
closer, you
Nandar.
notice that the year on that crypt is 1 year past, almost to the day.
okay.
And
Wait.
as you do, you will also be able to read the name Lord Dreslin Nandar. I will post that into chat for you. And it is 1 year to the day. Both Balrus and Shiitake, since Balrus's history did eventually come through, you both know this information, as well as the fact that he also had a wife.
So now I'd say, is there, while I'm overlooking the grave, I'd be like, maybe you could look in the window here and see if there's, like from the backside, see if there's a window to look and get a better view of this house, this temple or whatever right here.
Sure, I'll take a peer in, but I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming, because this is the bell tower over here, and there's no second floor. The stair goes to this.
The stair goes up to the bell tower. That's correct.
So I just see the stair, probably.
That's right. Although, go ahead. I'll take either a survival or a perception.
Doesn't really matter.
Oh, not horrible.
You do seem to spot. You're not sure if it's kind of hard to tell through those stained glass windows, but there are some clearish spots in there as you look through the rump of the unicorn, and you spot it could be drag marks or it could be footprints leading one direction up the stairs, but not down.
Okay. I will turn around. I say, well, looking again, I think this bell tower is worth investigating. I'll proceed my sneakiness.
I was about to say, let's just make sure that we're trying to be as quiet as we can be while doing this.
Hasn't been that long, so I'm still holding your previous stealth checks.
There.
All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to actually jump you across to the inside of that.
Mhm.
There you go. Kamu jumped himself. I'm moving Leah. Moving Perrin, because I know it's easier for you. And... Lars, you moving you, or you want me to? There you go. Oh, you're going to the stable, are you?
Okay, so guys, the way D&D maps work sometimes
There you go.
is it does layers so that you
Okay.
can see the map.
Jumping
Thank you.
back to
Now
the
we're
temple.
like we went from over here where I'm pinging, like
Sunlight
this blue
pours
thing.
into this high vaulted
inside
chamber
over
through the
here.
4 stained glass
So now
windows
we're
set
inside
into
the
the
building.
north and south walls. Beneath the windows are plain wooden benches for the elderly or infirm to sit on. The room is mostly empty otherwise. Standing against that back wall is a wooden pulpit with the now visible steps leading up. The floor of the temple is composed of dirt.
I will head. I'm gonna put my one sword away and just keep one out, and head towards the stairs.
Alright. As you head up the stairs, your breath catches for a second as you think there's a sound. But then you realize the creak is actually coming from above you, not the stairs themselves. As you hear the dong creak. Dong creak.
All right, I will head up.
Alright. Freeze right there for half a second while I paint the scene. Don't panic. This back room contains a plain wooden bed. The mattress has been torn open and straw pulled out. The floor is strewn with the contents of 2 wooden chests, primarily vestments and personal effects. You also spot 2 goblins, who are gleefully swinging on a knotted rope that hangs from the bell in the steeple. The sound of the bell delights the goblins. Dong! They seem completely enamored by it, oblivious to the fact that you've come up the stairs. Creak. Dong! It's my turn! It's my turn, Bidoo! Dong!
Are they speaking in common? Were they speaking in common?
Checking. They are, yes. It is thickly accented, but yes, it is common.
I'm just gonna say, Bidu, what was it again that we had to take from this village?
Heads whip around. They look you up and down. How do you know Bidu? Vark, do you know this?
Well, I was told to come find you guys.
Roll me a perception. Or sorry, a persuasion. Or a deception, either or.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're potato. Well, Bidu forgets. But look, we find Bell. Dong. You want turn?
No, I'm good. How many goblins are? How many of you are left behind in the village?
Vark starts counting on his fingers. He gets to 3, seems confused, goes back to 1, counts to 3, gets confused, goes back to 1. He holds up his fingers. They kind of flash somewhere between 5 and 6.
Well, that makes sense.
You find the food? Mob boss be happy.
Not yet. Do you know where the villagers got off to?
At that, they stop swinging. They pull their scimitars. What mean where villagers be?
Well, I arrived late.
They look back and forth at one another. God damn it, they keep failing their ink checks. Well, they be back at the city with Hark. They walk in like they own place. Silly. Hark owns place now. Great Goblin City now.
You said Hark owns the Goblin City now?
Hark is mob boss. His sister decree it. You pray to sister?
I pray to no one.
They kind of shrug that one off. Bidu thinks Hark did to sister.
What's next? What are the next orders you got from your mob boss?
Hark is tough, mob boss. Bidu and Vark would rather swing from Bell. Long as we come back with cart full of supplies, Hark not know. New friend, you want turn at Bell? Vark looks excited at the question. Bidu looks disappointed that you might accept.
No, I'm good. Did you start a cart?
Bidu says no. Vark says yes, with a look of shame across his face. Can you give me a perception? You will notice that there are 2 burlap sacks in the space, kind of leaning up against the wall. One's tipped over, and it looks like there's a couple of blocks of incense sticking out the top of the bag and possibly a few other things inside. Neither bag looks incredibly full.
So those are the bags you were going to bring and put in the cart?
Well, Vark-like presents.
Find anything good?
Bidu, find unicorn.
My head. Really?
Sorry, what? You do what to your head?
I cocked it, just held it to the side. It's really a unicorn.
Dong. Creak as he adjusts his self on it. Think about as a child and you're sitting on those rope swings and you're pumping your legs to keep your momentum going. That's the sound you hear the creak when you see him adjust to keep his momentum going.
I tap Kamu on the shoulder and whisper, should we just leave them and follow them out of here when they go back?
I'm gonna nod and think.
Vark found tasty water. Hark will get lovely, lovely jugs.
We'll make you two a deal. Since I arrived late, I'm probably gonna get in trouble. But
They both nod emphatically.
if you tell me better directions to where the Goblin City is, I can take these bags back for you, and you can continue to play with the bell.
They both kind of glare at you, Vark more than Bidu. Roll me a persuasion.
These are nice.
Vark then shrugs. Vark won't turn on bell. You have bags. And then
Cool.
he'll give you his crude map too.
Oh my
Think and put
God,
them in the
dude.
bags, and you got me out of a jam. I appreciate it.
No tell bell. We not share.
I'll nod. Then I'll walk back down the stairs with
Flipping
the
goblins.
bags and the map.
Okay.
I kind of whisper to the group that there's a couple goblins playing on the bell up there. I mean, they're goblins. I'm not afraid of goblins. But they're just... I don't know if they're much more than idiots, so no danger at this point. We've got a crude map to where I believe the villages were taken, and their mob boss, their leader, is now named Hark, and he apparently is a new leader, recently installed, having prayed to some sister for power. Not really sure we'll get more clarity than that out of goblins. But for now, it gives us something to go on.
You brought the bags down, right?
Mhm.
I want to... I say we look at them real quick and just see what miscellaneous shit that they've stashed in there.
Sure, I hand it over to you.
And I would just go through the stuff that was in there. Ideally, the most thing I want to look for is if anything that may or may not have... I know there's going to be miscellaneous thing, but I'm looking for something that could have came out of that crypt more than anything.
You will find in the one sack there are 3 blocks of incense. If you're interested in keeping them, they're worth 5 gold each. You will also find a silver holy symbol of Malachi shaped in like a unicorn's head, as well as some stolen personal effects, a comb, it looks like a used bar of soap. The other bag holds 3 empty vials that you can roll me a check for in a minute if you want to try and identify what was in them. The stoppers on them look like they were put in kind of haphazardly afterwards, as well as an unlocked wooden pour box containing 37 coppers and 15 silver.
Anybody want any of this stuff? Like, I feel like from where I was standing, I didn't get a very good look at that crypt, did I? To know if like that unicorn
You
thing
didn't
came
stick your head
off
in.
of, like, from it or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, it was not off the outside, no.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably use the incense.
Well, I mean, I'd suggest he just puts the gold in his coin purse. The bags we can fill with junk. You know, if we need to have something as a ruse to take back to this goblin village. But I will take the holy symbol, and there's like an altar, right?
There was a pulpit, yes. That up. Do you know what a pulpit is?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I need to.
Like a lectern.
Yep.
So sometimes there's like hidden areas under the the pulpits and behind.
Yep.
I would put the holy symbol back in there so it's not apparent to the goblins. It's there, but remains in the church.
Okay. All right, Floor, you're getting the incense. Can you just roll me a sleight of hand just to see how well you put it in there and make it nondescript for the goblins?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to the unicorn though. For
Okay.
right now.
So you're not putting it back in the lectern then?
That was the holy symbol.
Oh, my bad. Okay, never mind.
It's up to you guys. Just
No,
decide.
give it back.
Give it back which way? I'm
No,
so
give
confused.
it to Kama.
Okay, Kamu's putting it in. Okay. Okay. Can you roll me a religion check, Kamu?
Hmm.
It snugly fits in. As you jiggle it afterwards, it seems more stuck than you would anticipate.
Well, that's probably a good thing. I will whisper to Shiitake, while I pray to no god, there's also no reason to anger them unnecessarily.
Agreed.
And then I will urge our group to kind of maybe make our way out of here. So we leave these goblins to just their thing. Because I would suspect at this point, they've been ringing that bell for so long, if it stopped, it might actually trigger people to look.
You just made me sad. I was so hoping you'd stop that. Oh, boy.
So, I would follow with what Kama said, and I would head out. Once we got outside, immediately, so with the map, do we want to? I'm worried at this point. Were there people taken and they've been taken to the goblin camp? Like, were they captured? That's why we saw all those footprints there?
Where are you guys right now? I know you said you stepped outside.
right
Like,
here.
are you
Like,
okay?
Yeah.
Just at the front door, yeah.
Here, I'll move my
It
character.
matters. I'm just gonna
There, it'd be like right there.
Again, I'm saying this in hushed tones because we're still trying to sneak about. Mostly.
True.
Yep.
I will.
Can I please get a perception from anybody who's paying attention while this conversation's going on between them?
Yeah, then I won't do the perception.
I'm not going to do a perception either. I'm talking.
Yep.
So
It is my
go ahead.
Yeah, it's my suspicion that they took whatever holy artifact this town was built around that offered them either a ray of hope or protection, divine, mystic, or otherwise. And typically, I would believe that a raiding party would take the villagers back, as slave labor or what have you. That'd be my guess, anyways. Without knowing their exact goals here, it's hard to say. The goblins have no goals. It's whoever their new leader is directing them.
Exactly. So, I mean, do you think we should just, based on what we've observed, I know we have not been in just but like a quarter of this little place, but we have a map and, you know, we've observed a massive amount of footprints out of here. Should we like take that map and go see if we could save anyone? Or should we keep searching here?
I mean, there is the potential that some people are still in hiding if they've been relatively sneaky.
I mean, that's true, but if they're in hiding, that means they're in a really good hiding place and maybe they'll be safe and we can go at least try to save the others?
Maybe. Or they're just a matter of time until they eventually have to come out and the woods pick them off. I mean, I'm not arguing in favor either way here.
Oh, I know.
Just being...
So, Floor, in case you missed it, I typed to you what you spotted.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. Like I said, my stuff is slow.
Oh, okay. I can just read it to you then. You spot a flying snake going into the top window of the building next to you, not the temple, so in this window right here.
Hold on that screen.
It's a second story window.
Okay, I'm gonna point up to it. Is it looking at us or?
Nope.
away
You
from
just saw it. If you hadn't rolled a 24, you would have just seen was something that looked like a ribbon streaking through. But because you rolled a 24, you identified it as a flying snake.
Guys, I saw a flying snake go into that window. I'll point up at the window. It seems a little strange.
Is a flying snake a usual creature in these parts?
I would immediately shrug.
I'm gonna say no.
I think while we're here, I would like to see if we can find out any more before we head out. That's my gut.
Okay. All right. Well, then I say we continue on moving around.
All right, so we sneak over to this building.
All right.
Dia, when we're doing this and they're like going and observing the outside and looking in the buildings, I'm gonna like get to like right here and look at this crypt and just try to observe what I can off. I would like not going out of my way other than just like
just
right
your
there.
perception, not an
Right.
investigation. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me your perception, and they can do theirs.
Is it still overcast or is it sunny now?
It is.
Okay.
Nope, it's overcast. And you don't have any advantages with any weird creatures of any sort, right?
No.
I have to ask Kamu, who calls out shit all the time. Okay, dude, it's an important question. You will see that you're full of shit. I know. You will see, as I said before, that something similar to a crowbar or some equivalent was used to pry it open. You see that while the door is just slightly ajar, there is a wooden coffin found within, and it looks like something popped the lid off of it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go right back with the group. I didn't want to get too far away and break paths without a trace.
Yep. Yep.
How long have we been in here? I mean, it's been a little, assuming.
Yeah, probably about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right.
All right, so we're going inside of this building here.
Yeah.
It's a question.
Yeah.
You will see that it is labeled on the outside Nightstone Inn above that door.
Okay, so
it's
I'm
number
gonna
8
move
on
the
other
map.
side
We're up here.
You'd be going in at the ground floor,
It is a
which
coffin.
is this
It
one
is a
down here.
coffin. So, but we're going into this building.
I do need to know how you're going in, though. Are you flinging the door open, walking
No.
through? Like,
I'll
talk me through this.
I'll open it very quietly.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a perception as you prop the door open. I don't know why it doesn't have an actual door on it, but the door is right here.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is it okay?
Dude, I didn't make these maps, okay? All right. Kamu,
I perceive nothing.
you will hear
Let
the
me
crunching
in.
of gravel inside, but you're unable to
Crunching of
identify
gravel?
where exactly, other than something is moving around on the ground floor.
Okay, I'm just gonna like, I'll make motion to the group that I hear something, but I don't really know where, and I will continue to open the door slowly and just like peer inside.
All right. What you will see is there we go. In the room that is open in the main area, the sitting area, first thing you'll notice is that there is yet another one of those big stones that's fallen through not just the roof and the entire second story, all the way down to the ground level. One of those stones, and quite a bit of devastation. And there are 2 goblins running around,
God damn, there's
putting
goblins
random
everywhere
things
here.
in their burlap sacks.
Okay, so never mind. I haven't seen it myself.
I will kind of pop my head back out. I'll just say there's 2 more collecting treasures, obviously for the mob boss.
Ooh, Gum Gum! You see as a goblin holds up what looks like a muffin in their hand before excitedly shoving it in the burlap sack.
So, based on
You hear back, "Good, Tom Tom!" Who is quickly putting a frying pan in their burlap sack.
what we've come across, with there being 4 wargs, we found 2 goblins in the other building, and now there's 2 more here. Maybe this is it?
Perhaps it's also all we saw.
True. Do we just shut the door and leave them alone?
I really want to know what that flying snake was doing upstairs.
Okay. You were smooth talking to the other ones. You want to go in?
Okay. Alright, do you guys want to back off the door a little?
I'd take a couple steps back as he says this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll walk in the door pretty casually.
So we're not sneaking, you're just walking it. Okay.
Yeah. And say, Gum Gum, Bidu said you guys got to get going. You got to get back to the village. The mob boss is waiting for you. Have you done collecting?
Roll persuasion at advantage.
Nice.
Waiting? This kitchen! Best Tum Tum ever seen! 5 more minutes. Holds up both hands with 10 minutes indicated on their fingers.
Okay, just 5 more. But I'm gonna go upstairs for a second.
Upstairs. Boring. Gum Gum giggles. All right. As you go upstairs, that brings you up to the upper landing up here. Okay. Now I'm gonna go across to where we're reading those. 8. All right. You will find a hallway with 4 doors. I believe they're all open. So You will be able to see as you come up, out as you look through this one, it is open to the elements as another rock had landed here, and that's where it landed down on the bottom, you see. It looks like a bedroom of, which one does this see? Most of the room was destroyed when the rock flattened the northwest corner of the inn. Hanging on the east wall is a tapestry depicting a mountain landscape. Tucked under the remaining window in the southeast corner is a locked wooden chest. What remains of the floor seems safe to walk on.
There's a locked wooden chest in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Under this window.
Okay.
So that's your first one, because it's where you come up the stairs. That's why I'm describing that one first.
For sure.
Okay. Are you doing anything there, or are you going to, I assume, this one next?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you go across to this one, this appears to be a vacant guest bedroom. It seems to contain 2 beds, an empty wardrobe, a desk, and a matching chair. An unlit oil lamp sits on one corner of the desk. Another rests on a small table tucked between the 2 beds. A bearskin rug lies on the floor.
I see nothing else in the room.
Correct. You can tell that it's empty because the chest and everything, everything's thrown open, and like the goblins came up here, and that's why the boring, right?
Mm-hmm. But Fleur clearly said that was the window a flying snake went in.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna enter the room and shut the door behind me.
Okay.
And then I am going to, because it's overcast, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna light the oil lamp,
Okay.
and I'm gonna sit down. And I'm gonna say, there's nothing to fear if you're hiding.
In common?
Yeah, and then I'll repeat it in Elvish if I need to.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion at advantage. A form starts to slide out from under the bed, hesitant at first as she peeks out. Safe? You mean they're gone? When did you get here?
I'm going to shake my head that they're not gone and just indicate that she needs to be quiet.
Her eyes will go wide. She back up half a pull, not pulling herself out from under the bed.
Are you one of the villagers? Or visitor?
No, a traveling monk. There's been such chaos.
So you saw what happened here?
So, I can barely believe what happened. She looks towards the door. You would think I was mad.
Well, my party and I came this way to lend aid. Obviously, we've arrived too late for this village. There's still some goblins about.
Goblins?
Yes.
Then the others are gone?
Which others?
A giant tower. It came floating in as if on a cloud, dropping giant boulders on everything. These massive creatures came down, attached ropes to the stone at the center of the town. and hoisted it off into the air.
Isn't that interesting? What types of creatures do you know?
They were so big. Giants, they had to be.
That tracks with what we've been hearing. Well, there's only goblins remaining, and right now, they're too dumb to really be a threat. My party has not engaged them. I've been attempting to discern what happened here and pull the information out of the goblins as I could. Do you have the ability to mask your presence at all?
Been hiding here for what feels like days. At first, I heard a lot of movement, but I wasn't sure if it was the villagers rousing or being captured by those creatures. And then everything went silent. So I sent a message. And then I've been hiding here ever since.
Who do you send the message to?
I sent it back to Neverwinter, asking for assistance. Go ahead and roll me a perception. You will spot what looks like a bronze snake coiled around her lower arm, on the one arm closest to you.
Okay.
In her hand is a small strip of parchment.
Fair enough. Well, if you would like to come with me, I can likely get you out of this.
Out? And what happens to this town? You said there's goblins here? How many?
4 that I've seen, 4 wargs, perhaps others. Not so much that I would be concerned for my safety.
Wargs, you say? She seems to be calculating for a moment. And where would you go?
Well, we have a cart waiting just outside the drawbridge. It is our intention, after finding out as much as we can about what happened here, what was stolen, for us to likely make our way north. It would be my intention to discover the fate of the villagers, as well as uncover more about what these creatures are intending to do, these relics there. Accumulating.
I don't know. I don't think these goblins are working with the original creatures. I think they will leave.
So the goblins came after and took prisoners then?
I believe so. It's a bit fuzzy. I think possibly I was knocked out. There was these big smashes. I think I might have been unconscious. I saw the start, and then I saw... She seems to be focused. But then I woke a few times. And you're right. I think I did hear goblins. I wonder how much time has passed. Where are the others? That nice innkeeper, the dwarf. Is he downstairs?
We have seen none in this village I've seen none in this village other than you so far. And the few goblins I've encountered. Like I said, I would suggest you come with us. We can
Can you
offer
roll me
you
an
some-
insight?
Insight. Is very insightful.
Neverwinter is not that far. They'll send aid. I think I would be safest here. If the villagers had been safe, they would have returned, right?
I'm not sure the villagers would return if the goblins had taken them. They'd likely be put
Taken
into-
them?
Or did they leave on their own? Well, we're not sure.
Oh. She crawls out completely from under the bed. There must be a better answer. I'm not equipped to travel with you if you are seeking out further danger. Cart or no. After they
Well-
ransacked this room, no one has come back.
They're still about the village. And unfortunately, even minor trinkets are treasures to goblins. So, without a village to defend itself, I fear they would return regularly to raid.
But
Pick
what
it
is
up.
Lady Vet Nandar doing? Surely she would stop them.
I'm going to look at this monk and say, I don't know who you're referring to. Again,
You are here and you don't know who Lady Valrosa Nandar is.
I do not. We come from the south.
Nightstone is under her care after the passing of her husband last year.
I think we should get you out of this inn. Let you talk to my party. Perhaps there's more we can discern amongst ourselves. I will keep you safe. The goblins will not touch you so long as I'm around.
She seems to hesitate, but then nods and moves to follow. She grabs nothing as she moves to follow you.
Okay, I'm going to open this door.
Hang on, I gotta go. Which door? Oh, the door of the room you're in.
The
Okay.
door that we closed.
Yep.
I'm going to move over to this window.
Mhm.
And I'm going to wave to the group below to see if I can get their attention.
All right. Can I get a perception from Shiitake and Perrin, who are closest to that edge?
If I have to, I'll use prestidigitation to kind of bonk him in the head with a pebble.
And she said I would have just chucked a pebble at them, but okay. All right, you get Shiitake's attention.
I'll motion him to come around to the destroyed part of the inn over here.
So essentially, like 5 steps over
Yeah.
to it's right above there.
Yeah. I mean, it's far enough that I'm assuming I can't just lower her down. So
Yeah.
I've got rope on me. I'll pull it out of the bag. I'll tie it off somewhere securely.
It's not
Yeah.
super fancy. It's like 8-foot ceilings. No fancy 10 or 12s.
Yeah, like if she's not, if she slips, she's not gonna like die or nothing. But
No.
I'll get her to climb down over there, out of sight of the goblins, hopefully. So
All right,
So-
she'll grab hold. As she does, you will more clearly see that snake that is wrapped around her wrist. Actually, you know what? Roll me a history check there, Kamu. Just straight. Okay. It seems familiar, but you struggle to place it. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a strength check as you lower her down.
tied off the rope for a reason. I'm not strong.
Yeah, I just want to know how gently you push her down or put her down. All right. It starts to tug a few times and slides in bits and drabs. A foot, stop. A foot, stop. You hear her suck in a breath. She does make it to the bottom.
After Shitagi's got her, I will check out the chest here and check it for traps.
Okay. Can I also get a perception from Shiitake now that Shiitake's around that corner and looking into this space here? You will spot. So now that
this
you're
is the
around there,
lower
there's the
floor.
remains of a bed and a wardrobe from the chamber above lie among the shattered dining room furnishings. There's 2 smaller round tables. Several chairs remain intact. Resting atop each table is an unlit oil lamp. Lying on the floor in the middle of the room is a dead goblin with a crossbow bolt sticking out of its chest.
Oh shit.
In addition to that, no, you know what? Actually, just roll me a medicine check.
Medicine?
Yep. You are able to determine that the wound is fresh, indicating that the goblin has been dead less than an hour.
After knowing. Oh, over here. Quietly, not like. I'll leave it. And until it did listen.
All right. Kamu, you were doing what with the chest?
Checking for traps.
Okay. Which kind? Physical, magical, all the above?
Both.
Okay, give me an Arcana check and a sleight of hand, please. Or sorry, investigation. Why do I always say that? Investigation and an Arcana, please.
Ooh. Ooh!
It's good.
Ooh!
Perfect.
Oh,
I don't have-
man.
I don't have thieves' tools, but I'm gonna see if I can open it.
Okay.
Damn, he rolled a nat 1 on a trap check.
So that is a sleight of hand or dex check. I don't care which. The frack. All right. It will pop open. You will find chainmail sized for a dwarven helm, and a leather bag that is holding 45 gold pieces and 2 100 gold piece gemstones, as well as a potion that looks a little bit more sparkly than your regular healing potion.
Okay, so
Sorry, your Arcana was crap, so I'm not giving you identities.
yeah, so potion,
A
45.
sparkly potion.
45 gold.
Yeah.
And 2 100 gold
Gemstones.
gems.
Yep.
And then chainmail.
Dwarf
you said?
size chainmail and a dwarven helm.
Virus already wears chainmail, right?
Last I checked.
I think so, yes. Yeah, chainmail, yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna be so noisy as to grab that stuff then. I'll just grab the gems, the gold, and the potion.
Okay.
And then I will proceed to check out the other 2 rooms up here.
All right. So this room right here is nearly identical to this one in a mirror image. Also empty when you go in, exact same style bearskin rug in the middle, and all of the wardrobes and stuff tossed open with no contents inside. The room over here. A falling rock has punched through the roof and tore away most of the floor before coming to rest in the dining room below. It has destroyed 2 beds and a wardrobe as it passed through the chamber, leaving a desk and chair tucked under the window in the northeast corner of the room, unscathed. And then In this room, there is a wardrobe, and this one is closed.
The wardrobe is closed.
The wardrobe is closed.
I'll go check it out.
All right. When you fling it open, there is traveling clothes for a medium-sized humanoid, as well as what looks like to be a bandolier with 3 daggers and another leather pouch.
Is there anything in the leather pouch?
As you jingle it, there are some coins inside.
I grabbed the bandolier in the leather pouch.
Okay, the pouch has 8 gold pieces and 5 silver. You will see a symbol on the pouch that is a coiled snake.
Okay, the same as what she was wearing on her wrist.
Similar, yep.
Okay, I'll grab that, and then okay, I'll just walk down the stairs. Goblins are expecting me.
Absolutely. You're not making yourself attempting to be quiet or anything, right?
No, I'm just walking sort of normal.
Okay. Tum Tum is going to stand a little taller and say, "Gum Gum, 2 more minutes," as they hold up 7 fingers.
I'm gonna give them 2 thumbs up, the double thumbs.
You will get 2 very toothy grins back at you with missing teeth and blackened gums.
Okay, I'll walk out the door then.
Took you long enough.
Gave things a good look.
Find anything? I mean, clearly you found somebody.
Yes, I think we should maybe move away from the door to talk. Should we move back about here, something like that?
Move back
around
to
the
like
road.
right over here, further
Yeah,
away.
Yeah, further away, just away
Okay.
from the building, so we're not alerting the goblins.
As Craig goes in another building, I love it.
A little free to talk.
My screen's resumed.
I
in
know,
so
I know.
far,
It
so
was
that's,
just funny. It was just funny. Okay, I will move Leah and Perrin for simplicity.
While we're talking, and I'm gonna tell the group what I'm doing. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna overlook it. If somebody broke into it, there's something we could get an idea of what they were looking. But what did you find while you were in there?
Well, I found this traveler hiding in one of the rooms. It seems she was witness to the events, well, some of the events as they unfolded here. It sounds, and I guess, correct me if I misspeak, giants in a flying fortress dropped the rocks from above, then came down and essentially raided the town for their monument in the center. After that had happened, potentially, is when the goblin raids occurred. Were they coordinated? We don't know. Were the villagers captured by the goblins? We're not certain. Are there more survivors? No idea. That about sum it up?
She looks crestfallen but nods.
I noticed in one of the wardrobes upstairs, this bandolier, it's got the same coiled snake that you seem to wear on your arm. Is this significant to you?
Yes, those are my belongings.
I'll hand them back to her.
The coins and the bandolier, or just the bandolier?
I'll give her coins too.
Okay. She seems grateful as she straps them loosely around her waist.
Stick with our group. We have more that I'd like to investigate in this town. to see if there's any other survivors like you before we head out. But don't stray far so that we can defend you if it should come to blows with the goblins that remain.
She will motion to Shiitake and say, "It is poor form to disturb the dead."
Shiitake does not
Oh,
give a fuck.
Sorry, I said. Fuck. I said the dead's already been disturbed. As you can see, broke open. And as I just look, you said that the coffin in there is disturbed.
Yep.
Okay. Quietly, I just want to glance in and see if the corpse is still in.
So you're putting your head through the door, correct?
Like, I'm not going in. I'm just.
So as I said before, it is a wooden coffin. Here, let me jump back to graveyard. Yeah, so it's a stone bier upon which rests a wooden coffin. The coffin itself looks to have been pried open. Parts of a skeletal hand are on the floor underneath the briar. Are you in closer?
Pop my head back out. Guys, please keep a lookout. Slide the door of the crypt open a bit more and take a better.
As you're doing that, if I know this coffin has been disturbed, I'm just going to say, if you're going to intrude upon honored dead, at least put them back in order when you leave.
That is the plan.
Okay. So you're walking towards the crypt.
Like, basically, I'm in front of the crypt and the door. I'm pushed the door open a little bit, and so I can get a better grasp of what's going on.
In common, along the edge of the crypt, it will say, "Here lies Lord Dreslin Nandar, beloved of his lady." Again, it's kind of on an angle, the lid. It's been pried open, and some of his bones are on the floor. As you get close enough, it's low enough with your height that you can kind of glance in. You can see some tatters and whatnot of the vestments he was buried in, still inside. So while part of him is inside, part of him is also outside. It's difficult to tell. He's definitely been disturbed in there and all rattled up.
Okay. I will take the hands and place them back in, and I will try to...
Can you roll me a perception? Okay. As you touch the hands, a chill seems to fill the inside of the crypt. You hear a slight cracking as ice forms on the multitude of surfaces. You see fractals forming on the stone beneath your feet. As you stop to ponder, you exhale, noticing your breath. Your eyes float up, and a hazy blue stares back at you, angry, in pain, heartbroken. I need you to roll for initiative.
Dizzle, shut up.
So I walk away to get a beer.
So I gotta roll him that
The
one.
one thing I let you investigate.
Listen, I don't want to hear it. Okay? All right?
I mean, it hasn't gone to complete shit yet. All we know is it's appeared. Calm down.
I didn't do it. All right, maybe I did. God dang it. Trying to be the nice guy.
No, we're not going to go over Leah.
Magical spirit just awoke on its own. We had nothing to do with it. We're just passing by.
Exactly, man. Calm down. Alright. So we have...
I tried to be the good guy in the
That's like
situation.
complete
And
shit.
put the
roll.
crypt back together. And I get attacked. Oh my god.
Only initiative I think I'm missing is floor. Thank you. Then you're a +7, right?
Yes, technically. Sounds about right, yeah. I mean, I should have known. I played enough D&D in my life to know that not everything goes as planned.
Alright. That will put us at a Kamu first with your advantage against fiends and undead and blah 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 blah. That chill, even though you're not inside, your spidey senses be tingling, Peter. You got a Peter tingle.
Dad, you're muted.
I will draw Flame Tongue, move a shade closer, and bonus action, ignite it. And then I'm just going to ask Shiitake if he's okay. I'm sensing he's disturbed something.
Can I reply? I don't think so, right?
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
I gotta go first. Is that everything, Matt?
Well, I can't see it because it's inside, right?
Correct.
And all I see is Shiitake, right?
Shiitake is inside. It's
Okay.
it's kind of hard to tell because again 10-foot squares and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right
for
now the specter and Shiitake are inside. You could stand in the doorway and
Yeah,
therefore see what's going on, and you would
I'll hop-
absolutely see it. But
I'll hop the fence, but I couldn't get around him anyways. So
well,
I'll
yeah,
just-
again, yeah, it's tricky, but yeah,
like if it's a 10-foot
Build it
square,
over.
it's like a 5x5 room.
it's correct.
I wouldn't be able to overlap him in there anyways.
Yep.
There's barely enough room for
Dude, that's half my fun.
yeah. So I'm just hopping the fence and asking basically what you do.
Okay.
Do anything. It's working as intended.
All right. What you doing, Willis? All right. And then I assume that's it for you?
Indeed.
All right, which brings us to me. Which one of those skeletal hands is going to reach out and attempt to grab Shiitake in the face. I think I just hit this one. That is a... double check this. Yeah, 23 to hit. All right. You are going to feel a profound sense of loss. Like you were separated from your love ahead of time and then disturbed in your eternal rest. An image of goblins grabbing what looks like a leg bone and wielding it as a club. Pain. As you get that, you are going to take 7 necrotic damage, and you need to make a con save, please. Excellent. So, until the end of a long rest, your hit point max is down by 7. Good news is you had 16 for today, so. And that will end its turn, which will bring us to Fleur.
I'm gonna grab my relic and push my energy into it and turn undead towards the creature. Channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay. That just controls it, right?
It's will. Is that your speak your prayer? It should make it run. Make a wisdom saving throw. If you fail for 1 minute or until it takes damage, it must move as far away from me as possible.
As far away as possible, that's the words it says?
Yes. 30, like it can willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. Can't willingly move 30 feet. It can't come
Towards you.
30 feet towards me, but it has to go
Okay.
away from me.
Okay. And does it do it
it
now
can't
or
take-
on its turn?
Creature must spend its turns. So
Okay.
on its turns. And then it can't take reactions.
Okay.
It can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay.
There's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge.
Okay. So it can dodge.
I'm
Okay.
gonna push it through.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I just needed to know what it could do when it hits its maximum movable space. Okay.
But it has to make a wisdom save.
Okay. It is. Hang on, I gotta check if it's disadvantage here. It's an 18.
I think that makes it. Where does it tell me where the?
What your save DC
That's-
is? It should
yeah.
be near the top, under your. It's next to your spell casting.
Because this
So-
is features and traits. So.
Yeah.
Save DC is 16, so it made
Okay.
it.
So it's saved. Yep.
And that's it.
Okay. Which will bring us to Virus.
I'm maybe just gonna position myself a little better because I'm assuming I probably can't fit in there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just probably gonna just position myself here and hold just to make sure I'm not needed, or if I am needed, that I'm ready to go right away.
Okay. Karen, is your caster self gonna do anything today? You're a caster today, aren't you?
Yes, so, which actually causes a bit of a problem here.
Okay.
I am going to, while still trying to obviously keep quiet so we don't draw the attention of all the goblins and the wargs and all that nearby, right?
Yep.
I'm going to kind of talk at Shintaki and past Kame, since they're both in line, and ask, is this a fight where we need to go big? Because I can't do much else. And with that, the skies are going to darken and begin to spiral, as within 100 feet of us, the wind is going to come down from 100 feet above us to mask the sound of our fighting. So it's a
That's sick.
100-foot circle around us. It's gonna be extra windy because the wind from up, I'm bringing it down.
Okay. Can
So-
you please roll me shoot, what's the word? An intimidation,
An intimidation.
please.
to 100 feet from.
Okay, this matters. Where is the thing I'm intimidating?
Within 5 feet of you.
Okay. It's not going to be directly on top of me. It's just going to be around us.
Yep.
So it masks us. Okay. Kind of like you think Garuda's vortex almost.
Yeah, you're scaring the shit out of your
Yeah,
friendly local.
I'm just explaining
Yep.
while I'm looking for the roll.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
If that's scary, it's about to get a lot worse.
Look,
Go big or go
this is
home,
what
I like it.
happens when you take a
Oh,
commoner into battle.
You
She
don't
offered to stay
understand,
behind.
Valorous, how big I can go today. I'm giddy.
I hope we get to find out.
Oh, I hope we do too.
Oh man. Hey, anything else out of you?
No, I'm waiting on. Actually, I'm gonna
response?
hold my action.
Wait, that's not
on-
your action?
Nope, that was my bonus action.
Holy shit. Okay.
I'm going to hold an attack action on the Spectre for Shintaki and Kamu's word, either one of them, to say we're going big.
Okay, and it's 100 feet. Diameter or radius matters.
My brain's not working. It's. What do you mean?
Hang on. So,
I'm gonna try and RPS out of
It's
this
100
fight.
feet around me.
Guys, I'm going to try to RPS
And
out of
not
this.
just the edge of it, like the entire inside, except for I'm gonna make it like yay big around us.
This is a
yeah,
corpse.
so
This is a crypt.
100 foot
Of the
circle
guy
is
who
what I just put in.
was
You see that
Yep.
yellow?
in,
That's
yeah,
what a 100
like
foot circle
the
looks
charge
like.
of this place.
Yes.
So I'm
From your person.
assuming that it maybe
Yes.
it's his spirit
So
defending
that
it.
everything it's so really you silenced. So this is what I'm asking.
We're gonna try.
So the vortex goes out
We're
to
gonna
that,
try.
Yep.
and the silence is where?
Think about it like a donut. So the wind is just coming around us.
So you
not
got
on
a
top of
20
us.
foot, a 20 to 30 foot safe
Yeah.
zone within this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But everybody else is like, what the effing?
Yep.
Okay. Hang on, I think I can do that too. Okay.
Okay.
That's the safe zone.
Sure. We'll go with that.
That's 30 foot off you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Is it my turn
That's it.
yet?
All right.
Just so you know, it doesn't.
I went fucking last.
Doesn't do anything.
I
it's
started
just
the fight and I
flavor,
rolled
and
to
it's
go
not
last.
damaging things or
It's not damaging. It's not anything.
Wizard of Oz housing off, and
No,
no
no.
witches and
It's
ruby
just-
slippers.
It, it's effectively just acting as sound. I'm
Yeah.
just controlling the wind in our area.
It's just scary shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
All right. Shiitake, what are you doing, my friend?
Okay. Seeing this thing in front of me, seeing the corpse there, the character would kneel down. It doesn't have to be like this, Lord Nandar. I was only trying to help. We know that your crypt, your place of rest, and your lands have been desecrated. We were just here to help. I was trying to fix everything and put it back together. That is all. Hoping that this can help put you to rest, and that we will see through to help try and find your wife.
And you said you did what with the bones? Because you're holding his hand bones, right?
Yeah, I'm holding his hands, but I'm kneeling down. Like I kneeled
Okay.
down in front of this thing. Is that all?
Yeah. Okay. But you're keeping the hands.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the hands in the same and put them into the into the coffin. Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you do, can you make me a con save?
damn it. Another 9. Jesus.
You are going to get a flash of a vision. A goblin holding two things. A bone that looks a lot like that femur you had in the previous vision, and a locket. And an overwhelming sense to return. And then the specter is going to flash out.
Oh, it fucking worked! Let's go! So
You are out of initiative.
Okay, you said it was a locket and what? A femur?
A locket and a femur.
Okay.
Yep.
It worked.
In the hands of
Go.
a goblin.
At the same time, I'm gonna take and close the coffin, and then close as I leave the crypt.
Okay.
Like, sorry to scare you. I just had multiple visions, and I would describe the vision to them. And be like, I feel like we need to recover this locket and femur bone.
As you return out of the crypt thing, the wind and stuff that I was channeling, I would push back up into the sky.
Yeah, I'll also turn Flame Tongue off. Does the commoner look freaked out?
Roll me an insight.
Is there still ice everywhere, or did it go?
It faded. There is a strong chance that if you were in today's day and age, you'd be calling 911 because they're possibly having a heart attack.
Okay. I'll go over. I'll put my hand on their shoulder and say, "You're okay, as long as you're with us." That's why I said we could protect you from the goblins. There's nothing to fear if you stay close.
They're just going to mutely nod and seem a bit out of sorts, but almost like they're feared into blindly following.
Yeah, that's fine.
One of us. One of us.
I'll pull a good berry out of my pocket, hold it out, and say, "Here, you can eat this. It'll help you feel better."
All right.
And as we continue,
She'll blindly take it.
Perrin will go apologize to them and kind of explain how, as long as you stay close to Perrin, that you're fine from everything that I do.
All right. Perrin, can you roll an insight?
Mm-hmm.
While they nod emphatically, you can't help but notice that the berry that Fleur handed them, they didn't actually eat it, and now, because of their white knuckles, it's crushed in their hand. But they're not going to make a thing of it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't either.
Your initials
good
are
news is
always
they
a
did
10
not
and
pee
below. Man,
themselves.
I roll pretty bad on it. You'll
They
find
did
out.
see
I'm-
God, though.
I can roll. It really feels bad when you like
Fine. They got their
do
bandolier
really well on
daggers.
like
They're
checks
equipped.
and things like that, just looking for
Oh,
perceptions.
right.
When it comes to
Shiitake, now that the
battles-
winds have died down, you can hear chickens nearby.
Do I see them? I'm looking. Like,
You do not from your vantage. There is nothing you can roll to see them. Your passive perception is the highest of the team. You absolutely hear the chickens from where you are, though. They
gonna
seem
walk
to be
back over
coming
to
from the other side of the inn.
okay, I'm gonna walk back over to the other to the group and be like, guys, anyone else hear chickens?
I'm just gonna shake my head and No, but we best get on looking for other survivors if we're going to do this.
Hey, but there's chickens.
Well,
I'm gonna recast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
is there any plan with the wargs in the center of town? Because once they finish eating, what I assume, whatever they're eating, they're probably gonna hunt for more. They're not the type of creature to be filled easily.
That's why we brought the dwarf.
I'm assuming to kill them and not let them eat me.
Alright, so shall we go this way then? To try to, like around the backside of this?
Yes.
Here?
I agree. And I'm going to ask Perrin and Floor to stay on either side of the civilian.
As you guys start rounding the collapsed side of that building, if you could just roll your stealth for me. I know it's +10 for each. And then,
dude,
continue with the conversation. I just don't want you guys to start moving and miss.
Actually, as we're going by here,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring up the fact that I guess about an hour and 30 minutes passed. And tell Kamu that there's a goblin in this lower floor right here. That seriously, it's dead, and it's only been dead for about an hour and 30 minutes, maybe 2 hours.
I'm gonna ask the monk if she heard that commotion while she was hiding.
Oh, okay, hang on, I gotta find her thing.
To fight amongst goblins, or is
Because
it
I pointed it out to everybody but you.
potentially a survivor?
Okay, she tells you she has no idea. Can you roll me an insight? Yeah, she's lying.
Oh, she murked that fucking goblin. Good for her.
She sure did.
She took that goblin out.
All right. I'll kind of look at her like I know she's lying, but I'm gonna let her get away with it.
So you
All
said-
right. Yep. I'm missing 3. Nope, I have floors. Okay.
God.
6.
What is with my rolls right now?
Who else am I missing?
I mean, it's still a 15 because I put
Bowers,
Pass Without a
there it
Trace
is.
on.
Oh, look at that. Bowers just schooled you.
That chainmail makes me extra sneaky.
That's a disadvantage.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
20
I
and
rolled
an
a
18.
I actually rolled a nat. There you go.
So he got a 31.
No, you must have lubed that chainmail up.
Right?
What are you
All right.
greasing it with?
As you're coming
Oh,
around
man.
that corner,
Yeah, this is a utility.
Shiitake in particular, you are going to notice that not only do you hear the chickens,
God damn it.
you
these chickens.
also now hear. Get him, Pojo! Get him! I got this, Tot! I got this! And then you hear laughter.
Oh fuck! Is this a side effect of this spectrum? And now I'm here.
As you come around the corner, you spot 2 goblins sitting on hay bales, watching as 2 other goblins chase chickens around the pen. Here, nuggy, 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 nuggies.
I told you there were chickens. I said that in a whisper.
Yeah, they're chasing chickens around the coop.
And again in a whisper. Kamo, you're up. There's 4 of them this time. Good luck.
What do you want me to do with these ones?
Look, you're the ones good at talking to these little green fuckers.
You can do it, Kamu. We believe in you.
I can talk to them. I speak Goblin.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I'm fluent in it.
Uh-huh. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Maybe it's more so my hammer that
All right.
speaks Goblin.
So what do we want to do? I mean, clearly they're sidetracked, like chasing chickens around.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be any villagers hiding in maybe the farmer's hut, but at the end of the day, like, what else do we have? Like, we probably have no way into the little keep, eh?
Went to the south.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. Depends on what we can find around here. We might be able to make some type of makeshift stuff. But we'd have
There
to.
might be a way to the keep from in the village that goes underground, similar to the underground area of the ruins with the orcs that we were at before.
So,
As you mentioned that, you notice that the one named or calling out to Pojo, named called Tot, starts squealing like a pig as they chase the chickens.
so we really want to go investigate this.
I don't know at this point.
I honestly don't see a point. I don't believe that there
You
would be
think-
anything.
You said you had visions of a locket and a bone taken by goblins.
Correct.
Is it still here, or is it moved beyond the village?
It didn't say that. Just showed a goblin hole. Glancing at this and watching all four of them running around, do any of them have a bone in their hand?
You will see that the one is using two hands to chase the chickens. The other one is trying to usher them into a open burlap sack. The other two are sitting on bays of hails, clapping their hands in delight.
Well,
Oh, you weren't here earlier. Like we were at camp. Oh no, it was the lab before we went
it would
to.
be
We logged out last time.
if we didn't go.
You only have to eat once a day in D&D.
Oh, you don't have a way to divine. Was the locket magical or just a sentimental item?
Okay, so Dia.
Mhm.
Okay. Did I get a very good image of the locket? Like I know exactly what it looks like.
Yes. It is silver. And you know, give me what's the
Because I have locate object.
give me a
I'm not gonna tell her.
okay, go with oh man. Just give me an Arcana.
She would go with my lowest fucking stat here. Come on, come on. And I drop an 18!
You're going to be able to identify that the locket had the same symbol on it as is on the outside of the crypt. Seems to be not terribly delicate, suggesting that it is probably worn by a male, not a female, and seems to be high-end made and gave off a slight glow. You also notice that in the image, the goblin that is carrying it seems to be singular, alone, in a small space, maybe 10 foot by 10 foot, huddling in the dark. The bone is at their feet, and they are examining their locket, seeming to be hiding.
Okay, so the
It's
bone
not
is
a
at their
cave
feet.
or something. Yep, it's not a cave or anything, so they're in a man-made space, 10 foot by 10 foot.
And based on the description and the what I saw in the vision, I would be able to identify that that is exactly the bone that I'm looking for, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, after Kamu says that, I'm going to be like, I just need a few seconds, guys. And I'm going to go next to this building, like next to this chimney right here, okay? I'm going to sit down for a second, and I'm going to start really thinking about it, and I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Oh, fuck. Of course you have that. Okay.
And I'm casting it on that particular bone. And
Okay.
it's up to 1,000 feet.
Okay. Now, how long is the casting time?
I don't even think there's a casting time. I was just RPing.
Okay. And then, what exactly can you tell? The direction? How far? All of the above? And I'm assuming
Can
it
I
stays
just-
active
this-
and it just
Oh, here.
keeps giving you a...
There.
Okay, that works. Okay. You have no problem detecting where it is. It does not seem to be crazy far. You would guess that it's still within the confines of the town, probably within 150 feet of you, give or take. And it is in this general direction.
Okay. So after sitting there for a few minutes, I'd stand back up and be like,
Yeah, so somewhere in that cone in 150. Yep.
and I would point in that general. The objects were over there. And in my vision, there's a goblin holding this stuff, but he was in pitch black. So I'm assuming that there is more than what we're looking. He could be inside here. He could be inside this house. But he's in darkness. But I just cast a spell to be able to locate one of the objects that we're looking for, and it's definitely over there. Yeah! Fuck running around looking for stuff. We'll just locate it.
Alright. Well, I guess we're on the great bone hunt of 2024. Because it's 3 minutes to.
Exactly.
Right.
So make your notes. Hopefully you guys remember that for next week.
Oh. That's it, guys. That's the session for this week.
Next week will be fun.
We go back.
I know, right? If you remember that you were not
Next week's probably
attacking the
gonna be walking right
goblins,
into a
chasing
fight, though.
chickens.
Because I
Chicken
doubt we're going to get
nuggies.
to talk our way out of 4 goblins.
The goblins will no longer exist if we decide we're mad at them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look, they were just hungry. We've already established they haven't hurt anyone-ish. Really, you only know one of them got shot in the chest with a bolt.
So really, the goblins are the victims here.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, sure, the wargs ate a dog or two. Like, come on. Oh, thanks, folks. Good job. I wasn't sure what you would do. I'm impressed that you've interacted with so many goblins. And all of the goblins here had names. Which I thought was really cool.